Hey team, welcome in, and today we're doing a bodyweight beginner level workout, entry level, so it's suitable for anyone, and this one's actually really good for if you're doing a big lifting session today, later on. If you're a more advanced lifter and you're looking at legs, this one's really good for warming up the legs, warming up the core as well. So if you'd like to skip straight to the workout, check out the description below. There's a chapter marker for the workout. Otherwise, I'm gonna go through these 6 movements now as a tutorial and have a chat about the cues and what you should be looking for in yourself when you're doing them. So the first movement that we've got is the step jack. This is a beginner level movement. We kind of know what jumping jacks are. I'll demonstrate the jumping jack, this guy, can be a little bit intimidating, can be a little bit high intensity for our new friends. So I like to roll into it with the step jack. And what we're gonna do is start off standing like a matchstick, feet together, arms down by the side, pick a direction, left or right. We're gonna go right first. You're gonna step to the right pretty wide, straight arms, touch above the head, step in with the left. So you see, we're actually gonna be going from matchstick to matchstick, and in the process, we're gonna touch our hands above our head each time. So you can see it's a very very movement to the jumping jack, but instead of jumping and landing aggressively on our feet and you know, putting a bit of impact onto our ankles and our calves there, we're gonna be stepping left and right there. So that's not to say that if you are capable of smashing out some jumping jacks that you shouldn't do them. I'd love for you to do them. Otherwise, we'll kick it off with step jacks, stepping right and left, nice soft movements. Try and do everything silently. Try and do everything as quietly as possible because noise often denotes a wastage of energy or a high impact there. So after step jacks, we're gonna do another step side type movement. This is the curtsy lunge. So I want you to think about doing step back lunges, okay? So whenever we do a step back lunge, we think about those railway tracks and we step backwards with our knee down to the floor and step up. What we're gonna do this time is instead of stepping backwards with one leg, see you Grace, we'll see you in a bit. Instead of stepping straight backwards, what we're gonna do is step across and back behind ourselves, like that, okay? So, other leg. So this is the curtsy lunge, and you can see why it's called a curtsy. We're doing a bit of the curtsy here, but we want to think more about this. Instead of it being a movement like I suppose a greeting or some sort of proper etiquette thing, what we're thinking about doing now is actually taking ourselves out of this whole straight line mentality, and we're thinking about doing a little bit of a strange twist on each of the knees here. So I know that sometimes we look at these twists that aren't in a straight direction to think, oh, they're not safe. What we're trying to do is introduce ourselves into them in a controlled fashion. And what that means is that because we're controlling the amount of strain that we're putting on them, we're actually making ourselves a little bit safer in an instance where you trip and fall over and you have to try and catch yourself. Also sports like basketball, where you're doing a lot of lateral type movements where you're changing direction very quickly, it is very handy to have some strong lateral motion in there, or some strong lateral muscles around the knee and around the glutes there. So this is the curtsy lunge. Stepping back and to the side, down so that your knee just taps the floor, and back into the middle there. Cool. So next movement. That's right, Goth Martha Stewart. Balance is also the word that I didn't mention there. Balance. Core bracing takes a lot. Core bracing plays a big part in balance as well, because often when you're first learning something, you're gonna be looking down at your feet, and if you're looking at, oh, where does this go? You're gonna look down and you're gonna crumple at the core and you're gonna set your balance off there. So pretty important that with that one, just like a normal lunge, big deep breath in, brace the core, keep that body upright, torso upright, and move your arms around to where you need to balance. Arms are very important for balance. I don't know if you've noticed this, but if you put your arms out to the side, like a tightrope walker, you're gonna find yourself able to balance out a little bit better. So use your arms if you need to save your balance there. So next one, we've got hippy dippies. We're gonna get down on the floor for this one. So if you like to get your mats, you can. Let's roll that out. With a hippy dippy, we're gonna start off on one side. It's a little bit like a side plank. So forearm underneath our shoulder here. And my legs are on the floor. So my torso is coming up off the floor. There's like an angle. So angle down and then straight. And what we're gonna do is pulse ourselves up so that we straighten the body out and then bring it down. So up to straight, squeezing the butt so that we've got a straight line with our body, and then down. So very important with this one is that we don't let the butt push back. We don't let the butt push forward too far. So it's important that you squeeze your glutes, squeeze your quads, so that you've got a nice straight line. If you look down at your feet, again, you're gonna crumple that core, you're gonna push the butt back, and you're gonna lose balance. So eyes forward, very much like what you said there, Mikey. Eyes out to the distance also helps with balance. So eyes forward, squeezing the body, straight line, push up with the hips. So after hippy dippies, we've got bare shoulder taps. This is also a new movement. You might find you want to do this on a hard floor as opposed to a soft mat, but this one is interesting. So I'd like you to think about our panther position, which is we start off on the hands, knees, and toes. You then lift your knees off of the floor about 2 inches. So from here, you can see, lift the knees up. I want 90 degrees in the legs here, and I want 90 degrees in the hips and the femur. From here, I'm gonna basically spread my feet so they're about shoulder width apart. I'm gonna take one hand, tap the shoulder. Other hand, tap the shoulder. But I want you to pretend there's that bucket of water on the back. So when I do this, because I've had a lot of practice, I can do it and keep my shoulders flat and keep my hips flat. But for those that haven't done it before, what you don't see on camera is me really engaging this quad, really engaging the cross core so that I'm not rotating. Because if you don't brace the core, what happens? You get a lot of this going on. You get a lot of twisting in the hips and the shoulders. So really, really brace. Let me know how you go with that one. People that haven't tried that before, let me know how you go. We got, I think we got 4 rounds in this, so you'll have a lot of practice. With the bear panther or the bear shoulder taps, in the bear position, tapping nice and slow, okay? Hold your knees off the floor for the whole period. After bear shoulder taps, we've got hip bridges, so back onto the mat. This one's quite simple. Laying on our backs. We're gonna bring our feet towards our butts, and then arms out to the side for balance, squeezing the butts, push the hips up, hold it for 2 seconds, and then down. So this one's all about glute and hamstring activation. This one's very, very good for core and back rehab stuff, because the glutes and the hamstrings, the posterior muscles there, very, very important. After hip bridges, we have one more movement, and this is the negative push-up. So I tell people when people say I can't do push-ups, I often say things like, okay, you should just do negative reps, you should just do some eccentric reps. So we're actually gonna include that now as part of our beginner workout, so that people have a chance to practice these ones. You don't have to do it in your own time, you can do it as part of our workout today. So we're all gonna do from the toes. We're gonna start off in a high plank on our hands, squeeze the butt, squeeze the quads so our legs are straight, and you take out 3 seconds, 3, 2, 1, and lower yourself down. Once you're on the floor here, we're gonna use our knees and our butts to get up, reset the posture, and then lower it down. 3, 2, 1, down. So negative reps are very important in order to activate the muscles required to do a full rep. But if you don't have the strength to get yourself up and off the floor, what we do is just repeat those negative reps. And I guarantee you, if you repeat negative reps of any kind of movement, you will be able to do a full rep in about 6 to 8 weeks with enough practice. And then good practice, good rest, good recovery there. So they're the movements we've got. I am gonna take this off because I feel like just moving now, a little bit warmer. So if you've got a cardio watch, if you've got a heart rate tracker, if you've got an activity tracker, set it into the correct mode now. Press start, and in 20 seconds, we're gonna start with our step jacks. So this is a really, really good one to warm us up with. Get the body moving. Moving this out of the way, so we don't need it quite yet. So, starting off, standing up nice and tall like a matchstick. And we're gonna step one direction, stepping back with our hands touching above our heads after each one. So, or during each one, sorry. So, step, step. Now, I'd like you to focus on keeping nice straight arms as well. Try not to bend them. Don't bend them like that. Straight, because what I want to do is focus a little bit on shoulder mobility. So not just the aerobic and the warm up of this, but also getting the arms stretched, get the shoulders moving up above the head. Standing up nice and tall and trying to have nice silent footfalls. One of the guys I work with, actually the guy coming in today, does a bit of parkour. And he used to do a lot more parkour. He's looking at getting back into it. And one of the things they like to teach in parkour, I forget the phrase for it, but it's do everything silently, everything that you do. So it's one thing to jump and land, but if you go like that, it's wasted energy. Okay, let's get these curtsy lunges in. Are you ready? You ready, Martha Stewart? So stepping across, touch, back. Practice this one. It takes a little bit of practice to get the balance down. It is ninja training. It literally is, it's French ninja training. Parkour. It's French for ninja. So there's a lot of power coming in this glute and in this quad, but you should also feel a really nice stretch in the hip flexor on the back there. Good, good. How did that one feel? Probably weird, probably strange. If you've never done that before, it's a strange balancing type motion, but it really does help you to start opening up your body and becoming a little bit more comfortable with different types of movements there. So hippy dippies, we're gonna grab this mat. Oh, you probably don't need the mat, but look, we'll have it here anyway. So I'm gonna start off on my left side. So left forearm across, push my hips forward, eyes forward, and then I'm gonna squeeze my core, big deep breath, raise the hips, hold it for a second, and then down. So you see my feet are straight as well. So the only things on the floor is the side of my forearm and that blade of my left foot. It's weird, yes, but your knees didn't creak, good, good. So you see what I mean with that curtsy lunge as well. We're putting ourselves into weird positions, but we're controlling it. You've probably heard of MCL and ACL injuries. They come from when your knees don't track properly and they shift the anterior cruciate and the medial cruciate ligaments. They're the injuries that happen when knees go in the wrong directions. So ligaments and tendons, again, we'll do the right-hand side of these hippy dippies. Ligaments and tendons take a lot longer to train than muscles do. It's approximately 10 times longer. So starting down, I just want to crush the mic, go up, and bring it down. Notice how I'm taking a big deep breath, bracing the core. I'm breathing out as I reach the top there. I will take the mic out next round, so I feel like I'm just crushing it. Good, good. Awesome. Yeah, the knees. We all want stronger knees. If there's three areas. Three areas that I get told about as a trainer when I start taking on someone new. Oh yeah, I got a bad back, number one. Oh yeah, I got bad knees. And number three, oh yeah, I got a bad shoulder. Knees, shoulders, and backs, yeah. All right, bare shoulder taps, here we go. This is difficult, okay? Martha Stewart, I want you to spread the knees a little bit, spread the feet, take your knees about 2 inches off the floor, up, tap, down. Should be that tempo. Up, tap, down. Up, tap, down. Reset your core. Up, tap, down. So for those watching at home that aren't doing the workout, you might think to yourself, that doesn't look too bad. That's not very intense. Give it a shot for 30 seconds. Yeah. Have a shot. Flacky, how are you? Thanks for following. You have bad shoulders too. You used to have bad shoulders. What did you do to work on that, Flacky? Was it a physical therapy? Did you do some strengthening, some mobility work? Bad ankle from tearing the tendon, bad wrist from nerve damage. Roger that. So did that prove difficult for you? The ankle and the tendon and the wrist? Hip bridges now, guys. So we're gonna lay down. Yeah. On our backs. Hands out to the side. Up, hold it for 2, 1, and drop. Up, hold it for 2. When I say drop as well, don't drop. Probably should say lower. You want a controlled descent. Take about half a second to get down. So up, squeeze the butt, squeeze the hamstrings. Keep those knees together. And down. Nice, nice, good. You started with physiotherapist, but as you went to the gym, the problem disappeared. Okay, good, good, good. So you're probably doing stuff right with good form. But yeah, I would often work on that first. I'd work on physical strengthening before things like surgery or injections, etc. That was fine for now, Martha Stewart. Good, good. Oh man, that's awesome. Okay, negative push-ups. So we're gonna get into our push-up position at the top, okay? Even if you can't do full push-ups, I'd like you to do this because it's gonna help you. 3, 2, 1. We're doing the negative, the reverse, using our knees and our butts to get up, and another lower. 3, 2, 1. Important that you follow my timing. Time under tension is very important for these muscles. 3, 2, 1. Drop. Good. So your chest and your stomach and your legs should all land at the same time. Obviously, anatomy dictating that. If you have a larger chest or you have a larger belly, they'll hit first, but what I'm aiming for is a nice straight plank there. Awesome, that's great, guys. If you are watching the YouTube video, I am chatting with a live chat right now. So you can check us out on Twitch, twitch.tv/fit4purpose. And each day we do one of these recordings, one of these. So if you have any questions about movements, or if you have any concerns about them, or even any requests to make things more difficult or easier, I can have a chat about with them live, or we can write a whole program for you. We can write a whole workout for you. Programs cost a little bit more money if you want to do that with me, but that's one of my services as well. Okay, I got 10 seconds. We're gonna get step jacks. Find yourself some room. Really add a little bit of gusto to this one now. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, go. So again, thinking about the ninja training, make these steps silent. Make them as quiet as possible. Obviously, they're not gonna be fully silent, depending on your footwear, depending on your floor type, but see how I'm landing on the ball of my foot and I'm bouncing a little bit on my calves. My calves and my knees are bent. Although I'm standing up straight, there's a small angle or there's a small bend in the ankles and the knees in order to take the impact. Good. Awesome. So I'm playing around with my heart rate strap here. I think I've lost a bit more weight around my core. So the strap's just falling. All right, next movement, the curtsy lunges. Let's put a bit of effort into these ones. Martha Stewart, it's a good fun one. I like these. So I'll do a slightly different angle for you now. I'm gonna step to the left first. So right leg is gonna lunge back into the side, down, and then up. As with most movements, if you feel pain doing any of these, stop doing them and go see a medical professional. But at this point, try and keep the torso upright. If you are feeling okay with this, torso upright, focus out in the distance for your balance. A lot of power in the glute and the quad here, and then a big stretch in that hip on the other side there. So big stretch just here. Good, awesome. Lunges are one of my favorites, okay? Lunges, because your hips, one leg is in hip extension and one leg is in hip flexion, and you're swapping and changing. Such a useful movement too, because walking, as we walk, it's a one side at a time kind of thing. Climbing stairs, all of that jazz. Problems are often weak upper back and bad posture. Correct, yeah. Shoulder stuff is often caused by scapula, shoulder blades. Hippy dippies. And if you were to start strengthening your posture, inherently what that does is strengthen where your shoulder blades sit. Okay, squeeze up and down. So hold it for a second now. Up, hold it for a sec, down. Keep your body in a straight line, eyes forward, and down. So this is the precursor to a side plank. We're actually pulsing these side planks up here like this. Side planks are probably one of the more difficult types of planks that you can do. So if we can get some practice with these ones, 100%. The pain or discomfort might be caused because of a bad warm-up too. Potentially. I think discomfort from a bad warm-up would be indicative of some kind of a problem. I think pain and discomfort should be looked at as not normal. If you feel pain and discomfort, outside of delayed onset muscle soreness, it's not a normal thing to be feeling pain. And you shouldn't be feeling pain as part of a normal everyday human routine. And you might want to start thinking about medical guidance for addressing what's causing that pain. If the pain goes away after a warm-up, it could be a few things. To be fair, if you are someone that goes to the gym a lot, it could just be DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness. But there are some certain types of injuries and certain types of, I suppose, joint-related inflammations that can get a little bit better as you move things. And then when you cool down later on, they start to hurt a bit more. So yeah. If someone starts doing exercise without a proper warm-up, they may feel different from what they feel. Oh yeah, 100%, yeah. Warm-ups do a few things. They get the blood flowing, they get the heart flowing, they get the range of motion in check as well. Okay, bear shoulder taps, let's go. Here we go. Okay, knees up off the floor, done. On the toes and on one hand, we're gonna keep our knees at the same elevation, and I'm pretending there's a bucket of water on my back. I'm not letting my shoulders rotate. I'm not letting my hips dip. This is the challenge. Up, touch, lower. Up, touch, lower. If you can take a video of yourself, throw that into our Discord there, we can check. It's also good to see how you look as opposed to how you feel you look. Sometimes there's a little bit of a discrepancy there between what you think you're doing and what you're actually doing. So it's good to take a quick video of that one especially, or just put a bucket on your back and see if you can keep it there. Yeah, I feel I look quite attractive. Okay, hip bridges. Arms out to the side, knees together, squeeze and press. So this type of workout, Monocle, for you, this would be a great warm-up. And I've actually got, if you do want to check out my YouTube channel, I don't think it's up there yet, but it will be up there soon. I will have a warm-up routine. I just don't put them up straight away. They don't go up the day that we do them. There's usually a 4 to 5 day delay. Just because I've got a little bit of a lineup, a little bit of a backlog, which is good. But yeah, Monocle, this workout for you right now would be a fantastic warm-up to something a little bit more intense. So that's not to say that green workouts aren't useful for everybody. People that are a little bit more advanced can take a green workout as a warm-up. Do half of it. So if you were to stop now and then go do your workout, you'd be perfectly primed for a good sesh. Okay, negative push-ups, let's go. If you can do full push-ups, increase the amount of time. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, nice. Go for it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. It's a good exercise in control as well. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brilliant. So if you can pick that pace where it actually takes you 5 seconds or 3 seconds, or you know what, next round we might do a 10-second one. If you can find that control and that balance, it shows a lot of work's gone into your routine there to get you where you are, which is great. It's good to see. All right, step jacks in 45 seconds. Round number 3, team. Flacky, yeah. Look, so we've been doing this for a while now on Twitch. We've been doing bodyweight home workouts since March 2020. Yeah. You want this mat? Monocle, Grace has a link to it. I think it's in my Discord. I reckon it's in my Discord, but if you want a Monocle, just ping me a message in Discord and I'll find the link for you, because I have this one. Grace has a purple one, exact same. They're very, very good mats. I love them. Okay, Project Sweat starts soon. It does indeed. Okay, step jacks, let's go. I did look at having today as the start, but you know what? This happens every single time I do a group fitness program. I get super keen and I get super just pumped and I go, oh, here's a day, let's start it. And I'm not prepped for it. So we're gonna talk a little bit more about it this week. I'm gonna spend a bit more time actually putting out a bit more promo stuff. The people that are in the Discord that message me, You've all got a message in your inbox, in your DMs, and most of you have written back to me, so we're gonna have that all set up today. But yeah, Project Sweat, the group fitness fun program. It's available for anyone. If you're a beginner, it'll work for you. If you're an advanced person that's also doing a program that you've got in your calendar, this will be a really good addendum to it. It's gonna be filled with some really, really fun challenges, which can hopefully get your creative juices flowing. Curtsy lunges, let's go. Down. So you can speed these up now. If you feel like you've got a bit more balance, a bit more gusto, speed them up. So control that descent, but power up. So when you're dropping, nice slow controlled drop, but then power up with some speed. Good. It's a different part of your quads that you feel, isn't it, in this one? Now that I've sped them up, it's definitely the outside of the quads that I feel, as opposed to the main front part when you're doing just normal lunges. They're a good movement. I like curtsy lunges a lot. Let's go hippy dippies. It's such a squishy mat. It just feels lovely. And it doesn't have that weird smell about it either. Sometimes you get a cheapish mat and it just smells like chemicals and vinyl and stuff. Okay, here we go. Holding it for 2 seconds now and down. Squeeze it up. Hold it for 2 seconds and then control that descent. Up. Squeeze the butt, squeeze the quads and down. If you want to put your hand up here as well for balance or for a bit more of a balance challenge, do that. So squeeze up, hold it and down. Nice. Squeeze up. Hold this. Bring it down. Good. Finish the rep off. Yeah. Nice. Okay. Switch your mic. Other side. Cool. Thanks, Grace. There you go. Monocle. It's in there. Grace has got the link. Other side. Right hand side now. So this type of mat, monocle, this is great for floor movements. Where doing something like this, if I were to have my elbow on the rubber, I'd get pretty sore on it pretty quickly, or on a hard floor, like if you're on one of those fancy, what are they called, parquet floors, the wood tile floors. You often find it like community centers and whatnot. It'd be pretty hard, pretty difficult. If you're doing full yoga though, this is probably a little bit too squishy. There's a little bit too much give in this one to do full yoga, like downward dog kind of yoga. I'd go for a slightly skinnier mat, but this one's great for if you're wearing shoes, and it's not too expensive either. So I wouldn't be too upset if I got like footprints on it or anything like that. So bare shoulder taps, let's go. Let's go. Hands, feet, knees, raise those knees. Up, tap, down. Up, tap, down. Breathe into the core. Maintain that flat back that you could eat your lunch off of, okay? If you reach up here, you should feel the shoulder muscles. This whole shoulder structure is just engaged because all of the weight on your upper body is on that one arm. And then down here, the quads are engaged. You can feel it in the core. Finish it off. Good. That's such an underrated movement, those ones. The bare shoulder taps, so underrated. It's just such a great core activator. Okay, next, hip bridges. Are still raising money for Movember. We are still flying that flag. We got just over a week left, I believe. No, yeah, about 10 days. So under 2 weeks, over one. Yeah. Okay, up, squeeze, down. I think hip bridges are one of those movements that everyone kind of enjoys. Like when you're doing it in the comfort of your own home, without prying eyes around you, it's actually a really, really good activator. It feels good. And it's very easy to progress this too. Just grab a sandbag or grab a backpack or just something heavy, have it here at your pelvis, squeeze up and push down. Not only does having a weight on your pelvis add extra resistance, but also lifting up your hands so that you can hold the weight there. Little bit of extra core activation required so you don't roll over too. So that's a little seen benefit of putting a weight on your pelvis there. Okay, negative push-ups. What did I say? We're gonna do a 10-second one. So let's do a couple of 10-second ones with a bit of a rest in the middle. So this is a little trickier. I'd like everyone to try this one. Follow me, okay? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, well done, well done, well done. Nice. We're gonna do it again. Take a break, shake it off. Let's go. 10, 9, 8. Nice. Whoa, that was a good one. Have you ever done 2 push-ups that feels harder than doing 5 push-ups? That time under tension is so valuable in training your muscles to engage and work. Okay, step jacks. We've got our final round now, team. So if you'd like to call this your workout for the day, add a little bit of intensity now. We're gonna finish off strong. Otherwise, push through as we're normally doing and move on to your next workout, which I'll be doing in a second. Okay, step jacks, 20 seconds. Grab a drink if you need to. Also, don't deprive yourself of water during a workout. Unless you have a specific reason for doing so, which there aren't too many reasons why you deprive yourself of water, but water helps so much. Hydration helps so much with all of your body's chemistry. All of the chemical reactions which help you to get energy, the ones that help you to recover, the ones that just help with everyday life. Yeah. Next workout is taking the doggo for a walk. I was actually thinking about this the other night. I could probably add to the FFP business. I could probably start walking people's doggos for them in between clients, because I don't have like so many clients that my whole day is taken up. But in terms of like income generating activities, I could probably walk doggos in the neighborhood because I work from home. So that might be a thing, could be a thing. That'd be interesting. It'd be great just to walk doggos. All right, curtsy lunges, let's go. Martha Stewart, grab something heavy. Grab a dumbbell, grab like a drink bottle, grab something, backpack, put a backpack on. So curtsy lunges are really good because you can actually hold it in a goblet squat. So you can hold a dumbbell in the goblet fashion. You can hold a kettlebell up here. You could grab a backpack and put it on your back. You could grab a sandbag, put it across the back of your shoulders. You could hold it Zercher style, like this, with the bent biceps. You could grab doggo, hold doggo like a Zercher, and step back and across. And all you need to do is add some weights to add resistance. Good. Hippy dippies. So hippy dippies you can't really make too much more intense unless we look at something like a gladiator hold. But I wouldn't do a gladiator hold in a green workout. That's purple workout territory. So what we're gonna do is just increase the amount of time that we are holding for. So in 3 seconds, let's go. Start off on the floor. I'm gonna put my arm up for balance. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop down, 2-second rest. Let's go up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And drop that down, good. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. And then last one, 2 seconds until you hear the beep. Nice. All the neighbors' doggos. Just imagine the number of steps you get in too. There's so many steps, so many. Do you need, are there certifications in walking doggos? Are there like qualifications? I'm a level 3 dog walker. I graduated dog walking from the from MIT. Hey, other hippies, hippy dippies, let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, lots of poops we picked up. But just imagine that all of my garbage bag purchases could be tax deductible. Yeah, nice. You could have like little doggy treats as well. Yeah. Get some hill sprints in. Yeah. Nice. Perfect. Oh. Could combine different walking jobs and become a Labrador to door salesman. Oh, goodness me. How you going, Vicar? All right, mate. We got bare shoulder taps, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add a little bit of a thing, okay? I got a 5 kilo weight here. One of these, little 5 kilo sandbag. Let's do it. Popping that on my back, and now here's the real challenge. Good. So if you put a small weight on your back, you start to feel the intensity, but also you now actually start to feel what it is to keep your back flat so that it doesn't rotate, so things don't fall off of it. Good. That is tough. That's a good one. Good weights. So you don't have to do that at the beginner level, but you see how much it raises the heart rate. Look at that. Heart rate shoots straight up just by having a weight on your back doing that one. Hip bridges. Look, we can use the weight again. And I can show you what it is to balance with a weight here. So you want to make sure that it's something soft so that it can sit on your pelvis. And you see how now my hands are going to be here and my pelvis, squeeze it up. And now the balancing is happening on my shoulder blades, not on your neck. Please don't put pressure on your neck. You're gonna squeeze the hips and the glutes, but it's on the shoulder blades. So you're gonna balance on the shoulder blades. Hands here, just to keep that weight safe. Down, squeeze it up, down. So these little soft weights are actually really quite handy for the home worker-outerer. The home athlete, the weekend warrior, because it doesn't take a lot to actually move a bit of weight around. It doesn't take a lot to store this and stuff, have it available, but it does actually take a little bit of work to move it around. Okay, negative push-ups. How about we do a long 30-second one? Let's do it, okay? We're gonna take 30 seconds to get ourselves down from the top all the way down. Let's go. So this is almost like a plank, with such small movement. Just breathe into it. You might get the shakes, work through it, squeeze the butt, squeeze the core. You should be about halfway down now. If you're not halfway down, speed it up a bit. This is where it starts to really feel like work, the chaturanga, the low push-up hold. You've got 3, 2, 1. Oh, well done. Well done, okay? If you got through that 30-second hold, you're gonna feel it right there, right now. It's gonna be burning in the triceps, it's gonna be burning along the front of the shoulders there, the chest. But you can't tell me that you don't feel those muscles working. And they're the exact same muscles that it takes to actually push up, okay? So if you can do that 30-second drop, do that a couple of times a week, you'll definitely get up the strength here, here, and here to be able to do your full push-ups later on. So well done, guys. Thanks for joining me for this green workout. If that was pretty easy for you, take a look at some of the blues. That's a step up. Or you can use this as a warm-up for your bigger lifting workouts at the gym there. Beauty of this is you can do this at home or you can do this at a gym. You've got some floor space, you've got a space to put a mat down, you're good. So thanks for joining me here. Check us out on Twitch, twitch.tv/fit4purpose. Live every weekday morning. You can ask questions, you can get some advice on things from a qualified personal trainer. See ya.